Hello, this is Dawn from Creative Appliques. Today, we will show you how to use our four-letter natural circle monogram embroidery alphabet in Embrilliance software. Why would you need a four-letter monogram, you ask? How about for people with two first names, a middle name, and a last name? Know anyone with a hyphenated last name? How about schools or businesses that have four words in their name? This is perfect. Anyone who has four names will love that they can finally get their items monogrammed onto items, get their initials monogrammed onto items. For those of you new to Embrilliance software, it's a software program you can get for free. Yes, I said for free to use with Creative Appliques fonts. It uses the BX file format, which is a special pre-mapped format that is being provided to you for free from Creative Appliques in conjunction with Bright and Leap, the makers of embroidery software. Why is this format special? It's the first embroidery alphabet format that allows you to use our font designs by typing letters on your computer keyboard instead of having to merge each letter individually one by one. If you would like to get this free software from Embrilliance, please click on the file link below that I have provided. Once you click on that link, you would go to Downloads and Updates and click on that. Once that opens, you will choose your platform. You do not want the demonstration version here. You want the Embrilliance platform in either the Mac for your Apple or the Windows for the PC. If you cannot unzip it, you'll use this link here for the Windows and this one for a Mac. I also have a link below which will take you to Creative Appliques website on how to install the software, because now we want to get into the fun of using the new four-letter monogram. So once you have purchased the four-letter circle monogram from Creative Appliques, you need to install it into your Embrilliance software. There are 9 files in this folder. There is the natural circle satin templates. There are 4 sizes of the letters, the 1.5 inch, 2 inch, 2.5 inch, and 3 inch. And then there are also 6 frames that will come in the 4 different sizes. So now let's install the font into the program. So I have my files saved on the desktop here, and you need the BX format. They're all in one folder within the file. You need to click on that, and you simply, when the program is open, you drag it in. And when you see that green plus sign, you can see that it's going to add it. And I click on the file, and I drag it in, and I let it go, and it says the file was installed. You click on OK. You need to do that for all 9 files in this included with this purchase. So we'll do it again. Click on it, drag it in, see the green plus sign, release it. It's been installed. Click OK. Okay, so we've done that with all of them. So now let's get started. First, we're going to add the template. So we have a marker, a way of knowing how to fit the letters into a complete circle. So we're going to click on the blue letter A here. Then we go over here, make sure this is highlighted. You can see it's highlighted because it has the black squares and the green squares. Click on letters. Then we need to choose the font we want. So right here in fonts, we're going to click inside this white box, and we're going to scroll down. We're going to keep scrolling. As you can see, Creative Appliques has lots of fonts, and we're going to scroll down to the natural circle satin templates. You can see 3 circles popped up. With this purchase, you've received the templates for each size. So if you are using the 1.5 inch circle, you're going to type in B. If you want the 2 inch, you will type in letter C. If you want the 2.5 inch, you type the letter D. And if you want the 3 inch, you will type the letter E. So you highlight in this area. By default, the program always enters A, B, C. So you can either click in there and delete or highlight it and delete it. Anyway, get it out of there and then type in the letter that you want, B, C, D, or E. We're going to use the 3-inch today, so I typed the letter E. You can see nothing changed on the screen here when I typed it in. You must click on Set. That will change it. Okay, so now this is our template. This is the running stitch. We will delete this later when we decide to save the file. Okay, now we're going to repeat the same exact steps. Let's get our letters. Click on the letter A. It is going to go back to the same font that it had before. That's why the circles are there and the ABC is there by default. So we go to letters and click on the font. We're going to scroll up and we're going to choose the 4-letter circle 3-inch. Click on that. It puts the ABC in there by default. For today, for our demonstration purposes, we're going to use the name Carol Diane Allen Edwards for our sample. So we are going to type in the C for Carol, the A for Allen, and the E for Edwards. And we're going to click Set. The way the program is set up, we can't have all 4 together, so we need to make adjustments. So let's talk a little bit about monograms. With monograms like this, the first name is on the far left, the middle name would be on the far right, and the 2 last names, the hyphenated last names, would be in the middle. For those with 2 first names, you would put the first name to the far left, and then the second first name to the far right. Then the middle name would go the left of center, and then the last name would go to the right of center. So now we have Carol Allen Edwards. We need to add the D for Diane. So let's click on the A, and you can see the program brought in the ABC, and it left it in the same font that we had chosen for the CAE. So we need to change that. We need to go click on Letters, click in the font selection here, and we will click and select the 4-letter circle 3-inch right. Click on that. We're going to delete these. We want to add the D for Diane. Now you can see uppercase and lowercase do not matter, so type it in however you wish and then click Set. Now we want to arrange our letters to fit within the circle. This is making it more of an oval, which is fine. You can do that. But if you want to put it into a circle monogram, you will need to adjust the spacing. So I'm going to highlight the CAE, and I'm going to move this up right here so you can see. There are selections over here that allow you to adjust the spacing, the slant, the word spacing if you typed in more than 1 word, or the line spacing if you have multiple words on different lines. And when you click on these arrows here, the slider, it will adjust it. If you watch the CAE, if you watch this while I move the slider, moving it to the left will tighten up the spacing between the letters. Moving it to the right will allow it more spacing and open up the letters. If you wish to reset it back to the original that was brought in with the software, you simply click on this little arrow here and it will reset it. So for these letters to fit within this circle, I want to tighten up the spacing. So I'm going to move them closer together. Okay, and now I'm going to move the design into the circle. I will now click on the letter D and move that in. Okay, and I think I want the spacing a little bit tighter with the letters. Okay, one of the things that you can do as well to gently nudge or space the letters is you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard. The left arrow, the right arrow, the up, and the down will adjust the spacing of the of the design. Okay, so now we want to align these, okay, to make sure we have all of the letters completely aligned on the horizontal area. So we're going to click on all of the letters. For the Windows PC, you will hold down the Control key to select more than one. With a Apple a Mac, you will hold down the Command key. So I have both of these highlighted. You can tell they're both highlighted because they're grayed. The template here is not grayed. It's not selected. I just have the letters. I'm going to go up to the Align button here, click on that, and now we want to, this is the horizontal one right here. I'm going to click on the center because we want the horizontal centers to be even. We don't want the bottom of the letters because this is a circle. We want the centers to be aligned, and it's on Align. So look at the letters and watch the letter D when I click Apply. I'm going to click Apply, and the letter D is going to move. So now we have all the letters aligned in their horizontal center. We do not want to have the vertical center aligned because when we do that, it's going to take the center of the CAE and the center of the D and align that. Watch the letters when I click Apply. See how it moved to the D? So I close that out, and I don't want that, so I'm going to come up here to Undo. Undo is the most wonderful key in the world because if you've done something and you don't like it, you can always undo it. Okay, so now let's add a frame. So we're going to come up here and click on the A. As you can see, it did by default the ABC. We're going to click on letters, and we are going to click on, go down to the natural, circle, satin frames, 3-inch, because we are using the 3-inch file right now. And with these, I used numbers, so you didn't see anything change. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to see the different frames that we have. Okay, and it will show you we have a circle, we have a circle and a diamond. There's the double satin circle. There is the circle in the square, and there's the octagon circle, and then there's the scallop. Today, I think I want to choose the diamond. So for that, I will type in the number 2 and then click Set. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit with this slider here, and I'm going to get that set. Okay. Now let's delete the template because we don't want to stitch this circle template. We don't want that to stitch out. If we leave it there, it's going to stitch out, and that's not what we want to do. So I'm going to click on that, have it highlighted, and then I hit delete on my computer keyboard. Okay? Now we are going to save this file. So on the top toolbar, click on File, and I like to save as the stitch and the working file. And we'll go through that in a minute. So as you can see here, in my folder that I have, I always save everything I'm working on today in my Today folder. And that way I know exactly where to find it without having to go through my thousands of designs. As you can see, I already have something here called My Design. When you click Save As, by default, the program saves it as My Design. If I clicked on this and said, yes, save, they're going to say, do you want to replace the existing one? No, I don't. So I click on Cancel. I want to save this as the name of this design. So I'm going to type in CAED. And I have it CAED. Okay? And that saved it. All right, let's go through that again. So File, Save as Stitch and Working File. So it's, you can see here it's saved as CAED in the BE and also DST. My machine needs DST. If you click in this box here, you will see you can choose the format that you need to save it in for your machine to sew out. Okay, you can save that there. The BE file is the working file that you can save it as. So if you decide that after you save this design, that you decide you do not want this frame, you want to change the frame where you got the letters in the incorrect order, you can open and go to that BE design and open that design, the BE one, and go back to the original design and change what you need to change on it. We're going to change the frame. We want the circle and not the diamond. So you can change that with the BE file and then save it again, okay? So with the free software, you can save these fonts that are from a BX format. You can save these fonts into the file format you need for your embroidery machine. Now, I've been asked many times, I want to use this 4-letter monogram with one of your monogram applique designs. Can I save it all together? No, you cannot. But let's walk through the process of creating the letters with the applique design, and I'll teach you how to do that. So I'm going to delete this frame because I don't want this frame, okay? And I am going to, let's see, I'm going to start new. Don't save. Okay, I'm going to open up the Creative Appliques flip-flop monogram design, okay? And that's a DST format. And I'm going to zoom in. And now let's watch making that 4-letter monogram again. So we're going to click on the A, brings the default block letters in. Click on letters over here. Click on the 4-letter, 3-inch, and we'll leave it as ABC and click set. Back up to letter A. It shows the same font by default. Now we need the right letter. And we're going to click the letter D, click set, and we're going to fit it within the circle here. So we're going to click on the ABC and tighten up the spacing. Click on the D, bring that in. Click on and highlight, hold the control key or the command key, and click on alignment. Align the horizontal centers, click apply, and close. Now, we have our flip-flop applique design here, and we know now that these letters are going to fit within this circle. But with the free program, you cannot save it all together. It will not allow you to save the monogram design, the flip-flop applique design with your monogram letters. If you purchase the program, you can save it all together. So what we will do is we'll click and highlight on the flip-flop design and we'll delete it. Whoops. It didn't delete the design from your computer. It just deleted the design from the Embrilliance software working space that we're in right now. So now you can go and save this file. Click on File. Click Save as Stitch and Working File. We have it in the right folder that we want it to be. If you need it, you drop down and select where you want to save it to. You select your format that you need, your machine to sew it out in, and then you will save the name that you want it to save as, and then we click on Save. Okay. So how would you do this? You would load the applique design onto your machine, hoop your item, sew your applique design. Leave your item hooped. Then load in the monogram design onto your machine. Center within the circle. Center your machine, your needle, where it's going to start sewing, and then sew your letters onto the item. Okay. At Creative Appliques, we have over 175 monogram designs. Click on monograms here on the toolbar. We have 175, and we're adding more every single day. And this is an easy, simple way for you to be able to add letters to your monograms. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. We can also be found on Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram as Creative Appliques, and on Twitter we are Appliques. Thank you so much for watching us today and joining us. Please leave us your comments below with what other videos you would like to see us do. Until next time, be creative.